What up, Hype Beast? It's your boy Lucrecio, and I want to welcome you to Hype Beast Gaming. This channel is a spin-off of Exceed the Hype. If you're not subscribed to Exceed the Hype and you enjoy NBA material, make sure you go ahead and search for Exceed the Hype. It'll also be in the description. Go ahead and subscribe there, and go ahead and subscribe here. All right, so today I'm going to go ahead and post some gameplay of Fortnite. Fortnite saved the world. I know a lot of people, there are a lot of Fortnite Battle Royale fans out there. A lot of people don't know about Fortnite Save the World, so I'm gonna go ahead and post some gameplay and show you that Save the World, is pretty enjoyable as well. So without further ado, go ahead and roll the footage. All right, bam. All right, so obviously, if you are familiar with Fortnite Save the World, they kind of put me in this stage after some other people who had already been playing this stage. So it's a couple of challenges. Mining won't be that great because most of all the malachite and stuff would already be taken. The coal and things of that nature that I would want to mine out of the caves and stuff would already be taken, but it's still okay. So this is a fight a category 2 storm. Basically, we have to place 2 atlases on the stage and build enough to cover them. But another thing about joining the stage late, the building has probably already started, so I won't get a chance to show you guys how I would build to protect the atlases, because that's really a big, the big point of this particular stage is to protect the atlases. And all right, so I'm just kind of wandering around here. I just want to kind of show you guys kind of the eye of the storm, I guess you would call that big thing. It, as you pass by, it takes your energy, and if you go too close, it'll start taking your health. So I'm just running by looking for enemies. I guess I was looking for stuff to loot or whatever. Let's see. So there's a couple mini husks. These little husks are really fast, and they jump very far, so they just jump and attack you real quick before you even have a chance to see them. So I'm going in this house because I heard a chest down here, so I know there's a chest in there, but I just don't know where. Then I see the other stairs, so I shoot these little husks, make sure they're out of there so they can't take any of my health, and then I proceed downstairs here. Once I get downstairs, I locate the chest, and I see that there are some husks in there. Go ahead and oh, the husks are actually behind the wall, so I open the chest and then I shoot the wall out. Now, one thing about Save the World, the chests aren't what you think. Like in Battle Royale, the chests are usually weapons and, whether grenades or whatever the case may be. The chests on this particular game are not. They're like mainly crafting materials, but they're not usually the crafting materials that matter. There's like tape and secure parts and stuff like that, but it's not like malachite, or if you're in a silver stage, silver, or shadow shard, or obsidian, or any of those. So anyway, while I was looting the house, they went ahead and started, the other players on the stage went ahead and started the Atlas defense, which is fine. I'm at the stage in this game where it kind of makes you play the same. Like, for instance, instead of saying complete a stage 2 storm or a category 2 storm, it won't say that. What it will say is complete 5 categories 2 storms or 3 category 3 storms. So the fact that it puts you in the middle of the stage, it doesn't hurt, because usually you get in and then they start the defense. So it makes it for a shorter period of time, instead of if you start the stage fresh and people are on the stage trying to loot, trying to find stuff, trying to get survivors. Because another cool thing about this game, even though it's a co-op game, people are on the game for a different reason. Everybody's not playing for the same reason, so you have to kind of accommodate other people who are looking for other things. Now, right now I'm fighting a couple giant husks. That was a smasher. They take a while to kill. These giant husks don't take that long to kill, but I just find them to be, a little irritating. because number one, that blast is a lot more powerful than you think. They're not that strong. Like if you get close to them, they won't. They'll attack, but it's not like a strong attack or whatever. But that beam that they shoot at you from a distance, and it takes a second to see where they are, and they shoot it rapidly, so they can knock you down. Those are one of the things that knock you down the easiest. Most of the other enemies or whatever, if you know how to play, you can take them out pretty easily. Just talking about the guns I'm using. So I'm using a level 71 Scar right now. I'm in Canny Valley. Level 71 Scar, not my favorite gun, but it's pretty good, and it's an epic gun. I haven't had a chance to upgrade it yet. I will upgrade it to legendary pretty soon. That's another cool thing. You don't have to wait to find a legendary gun. You can upgrade it. You can upgrade the rarity to legendary. I also have a helium shotgun, which is what I'm using right now, which is shooting that little energy ball out. Now, this gun took some getting used to. It's probably one of my favorite guns on the game now, but it took some getting used to. Most enemies, it'll one shot. The bigger husk or whatever, it takes about 2 or 3 headshots to take them out. And these things that lob their skull at you, it takes a couple shots, like 2 shots. Doesn't even have to be headshots to take those. But the normal basic husk, the enemies that you see most in the game that you have to take out the most of, one shot does it for those. So that's another reason I like the helium shotgun. You can wipe out a lot of enemies in one shot, as long as it's leveled appropriately to the level that you're playing. Okay, that was a nature husk. So another thing about the husk, they don't just come normal. They're fire husk, there's lightning husk, there's cold husk, frozen husk, I guess you call. They're called water, but I guess they're supposed to be frozen. They take a little bit more to kill, but they cause more damage if they touch you. This thing is a lobber, so it doesn't do much but throw other husk at your structure. So you have to take those out, and they take forever to kill, because right now I'm using a quad rocket, which is a level 77, which I love. These are probably my favorite weapon on the game. The problem is the durability on them. Durability is really tough on those. You shoot like these are malachite, so they last a little bit longer, but it really didn't even make that big of a difference on the durability. They last a little. I missed a couple shots there. They last a little bit longer, but still they don't last as long as they should. After a couple shots, you basically have to craft a new one. That's another cool thing about this game. You don't really, once you get a schematic, you could craft as many guns as you want of that type. And for me, I just usually stick with a couple really good schematics that I like this helium shotgun. I have this. I have the Scar, even though I don't love the Scar that much. But well, not this one. Maybe when I upgrade it, I'll like it more. I have an Uzi, a submachine gun or whatever, that I use quite a bit. It's very nice. It's very fast. The headshot damage is good if you update the perks right. So I really like the Uzi. I use that most of the time on the stage, and I use the Scar for the defense. And what else do I have? I had like a ground pounder, the guns that everybody's always talking about. Oh, trade a ground pounder this, ground pounder that. I didn't love the ground pounder, to be honest. I know that's gonna sound weird to anybody who plays Fortnite, but it's a really fast shotgun, which is good in that sense. It's super fast. You get off like 5 shots really quickly. The problem is it takes forever to kill them. Like I think that's crazy for a shotgun to take that long to kill the enemies or whatever. Even if it was upgraded pretty well, it still took a very long time to take out the enemies, and I really just didn't like that about the ground pounder. And I had it, and I gave it chance after chance, because I kept seeing everybody talk about ground pounder this, ground pounder that, and I got the schematic for it, thinking that I would love it. And if you see here, I got knocked down. There was 2 reasons I got knocked down. Number 1, that giant husk or whatever caught me off guard, and number 2, and there was multiple ones, and number 2, didn't mind it. I didn't fight it that much because I wanted to respond to this little message that I got. Someone was asking me if I could craft snowball launchers or Easter egg launchers or whatever, which I can. But number one, I never try to get. Number one, I don't like the egg launcher. I have it. I don't like it. So it's not even, you know, a high level gun. It's like level 43 or something like that, and I refuse to, you know, upgrade it more than that. I have my rocket launcher. Another thing with the egg launchers, it has no durability. You launch 6 eggs and then it's broken. So I don't have time for like a weak gun like that. Number two, when would I have time to craft and drop it and all that stuff? Like I'm not a great multitasker, so I wasn't gonna sit there and try to, like, you know, craft it and drop it. And especially it was only like 2 minutes left in this defense. What's the point? So yeah, that's why I didn't do that. And once again, it's a very low level weapon, so it wouldn't have helped the young man out anyway. So yeah, we're almost done with this defense. Look at all the mini husks. That's what they do. They crowd around you, and before you know it, there's like 6 or 7 of them, like, you know, swiping at your kneecaps to taking your energy away. Another husk with that big propane tank that he throws at you, it causes a lot of damage if it catches you, but it also causes damage to the husk if they get hit by it. I missed a couple shots there. Yeah, but ultimately this game is really fun, and it is really addictive. If you give it a chance and you go ahead and get Save the World, it will like take up all your free time before you know it. So yeah, once again, the smasher, let's try to get the smasher before the time's up, and we got it. And then look, he left us some malachite, so that was great. That was a great little ending for this defense. And as you see, that pyramid, and that's the structure I usually build around them. The pyramid is one of the common structures for protecting an atlas or whatever it is that you have to protect. And if you see the wrap up for this, I actually placed first this time. Not always the case, but you know, and 2100 isn't exactly the highest score. It wasn't my best game. I was a little nervous knowing that this would be a gameplay that I was uploading, but ultimately I think that it worked out okay ultimately. And stay tuned for a lot more gameplays, man. Like I said, this game is a passion of mine. I really like playing this, and it's so much gameplay to upload. I was just figuring, why just play it and play it and play it when I could be uploading, especially because I'm already a YouTuber. So hit that subscribe button. A lot more Fortnite Save the World gameplay coming. I have another video that hopefully I will upload today. And also subscribe to Exceed the Hype, my NBA page, especially with the NBA finals going on. All right, so see you next time. Peace.